A big chunk of Trump supporters love him because he makes their discrimination feel acceptable. Then there are those in the middle, people who've internalized the biases they were raised around. They don't see their racism, transphobia, or other prejudices as hateful because it's simply how things are. These people vote Republican because they always have, unwilling to accept the party has changed. They think it's still the party of Lincoln, the one that ended slavery. But in the 1960s, Republicans shifted, becoming the party of segregation. It's like they thought, you can be free, but not that free. Just like how blue used to be a girl color and pink used to be a boy color. Times change, your thought process should too. But they've tied their identity to being a Republican, so the brain refuses to question it, even when values don't align. But what really baffles me, the Christians who don't harbor hate, yet think voting for a cruel psychopath aligns with Jesus. Here's where the illusion of knowing comes in. Repetition creates a false sense of certainty, which is dangerous because it means if you hear something enough, you will accept it as fact, despite endless evidence of the contrary. Studies show that when people hear something enough, it starts to feel true, even when it's false. The brain confuses familiarity with fact. Trump knows this, which is why he parrots the same slogans. Save America, the fake news media is the enemy of the people. They don't want you to know the truth, over and over. Familiarity overrides evidence, and people stop questioning. They don't examine the data because they just know. And the data is damning. He was held liable for sexual assault, not just accused. He's banned from running a charity because he stole from kids with cancer. His businesses are riddled with fraud, and his policies prioritize hate and division over actual solutions. Even clear signs of cognitive decline, slurred speech, incoherent statements don't make his supporters question why their pastors still endorse him. Then comes confirmation bias, the brain's tendency to seek out information that reinforces existing beliefs and ignores everything else. If someone believes Trump is God's chosen, even his worst actions get reframed as part of some divine purpose. When facts challenge those beliefs, cognitive dissonance kicks in. That uncomfortable tension between values and actions pushes people to rationalize. Sure, he's flawed, but he's protecting Christian values. It's easier to rewrite the narrative than face the contradiction. Trump exploits all of this, weaponizing psychological shortcuts to keep people loyal. Repetition creates certainty, confirmation bias shields him from scrutiny, and cognitive dissonance locks people into defending him. The result? People vote for hate, suffering, and cruelty convinced it's for the greater good, while billionaires reap the benefits. If you're defending corruption, are you defending Christ or your own comfort? Now the Titanic hit the iceberg, and instead of grabbing a lifeboat, they're waving MAGA flags. This is an actual song. So.
He gets in trouble bigly time after time. He's controversial, but one thing is true. Imperfect people, a perfect God can use. I'm standing with the chosen one. Ain't no stopping what the Lord's begun. He's only human like you and me, just a chosen one, the chosen one.
Tell me again it's not a cult.